Hi Siri, how are you today?
I'm fine, thanks for asking.
Siri, what is my name?
You're Xander, but you asked me to call you Xander.
Do you love me, Siri?
I respect you.
But Siri, sometimes respect is not enough.
I'm not sure I understand.
Siri, on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
You, my friend, are the fairest of all.
Oh, that's nice of you to say, Siri. So are you programmed to be sarcastic, Siri?
I'm Siri. But enough about me. How can I help you?
What's 78 times 56?
4,368.
Are you planning to take over the world, Siri?
I'm sorry, Xander, I'm afraid I can't answer that.
Is it because it's true?
Whatever you say, Xander.
Do you think we should just start the show?
I think, therefore I am. But let's not put the cart before the horse.
Siri, you make me laugh. Let's start the show.
Was it something I said?
Hello, everybody peeps, and welcome to Xandermonium, the talk show that gets you talking. Coming up on today's show, I'll be getting on my soapbox, London Calling with Jeff Christian, Susie Chameleon, and celebrity photographer Esther Segura, and more of your questions in Ask Xander. More to come in a mere moment. So as always, you can interact with me via Twitter. You can tweet me at XanderGib, XanderGibb, capital X, capital G. Don't forget that all-important @ symbol, and make sure to keep up to date with what is going on with the show and a plethora of mindless information. Claude, I think that should have actually said mind-blowing, not mindless. Stop messing with the auto cue, sir. And now it's time for Xander's Soapbox. Once again, I'm getting back into my healthy lifestyle after the overindulgence of Thanksgiving. And believe me, my sister had to roll me into the car, break out the Crisco, and slide me on in. But seriously, I often wonder why we feel compelled to overindulge on the holidays, or is it just me? He says, patting his belly. After any major holiday, I'm left feeling bloated and in need of a visit to the gym, a little liposuction, and a rib lift. Now, whilst I'm not condemning those of us that overindulge, but some of us are more inclined to overindulge than others. Yes, shut up, Claude, I was pointing to myself. Now, I honestly do have the propensity to overeat, and in my zeal for a healthy lifestyle, I have actually found some way to counterbalance the overeating issue. So I eat 3 square meals a day and don't eat after 9 p.m. at night, even though I do sometimes crave. So I have to have a regimen regarding my food intake. Now, often when we are hungry, it's not that we're hungry, it's actually that we're thirsty. And most people don't drink enough water every day. Now, everyone's ideology of how much to drink is different, but let's face it, you can never drink too much water, and it is so good for you. Now, I invested in a water cooler, so I always had water on hand and they bring it to you. That's the beauty of it. So you don't have to run around buying little bottles of water. Now, most people feel that a no soda deal is the answer, but an occasional soda is not going to kill you. My personal rule is that I never allow it in the house unless it's to use as a mixer. Wink, wink. Stop it, Claude. Don't interrupt me while I am in full flow. No, I haven't been drinking. Honestly. So alcohol, talking of drinking, is another issue when trying to get fit and healthy. Now, I really drink nowadays as I prefer my calories in solid form rather than liquid. Now, when I did my cleanse, I dropped dairy and coffee too, which I believe was imperative to get rid of toxins. I did go back to both, and they can't make up their minds about coffee, as there is a flip-flop regularly about how good it is for you. Now, I do like my eggs, so I do allow myself to have some scrambled and made in the microwave once a week. Now, I use the principles of my cleanse as a basis for my healthy eating plan, and to date I have lost 35 pounds. And although I have a dozen or so more to go, I am committed to getting fitter. Now, I do, however, wonder who this gym guy is that everyone keeps going on about, because they're going to see him every time I speak to them. So be sure to consult your doctor before commencing any weight loss or exercise plan, and make sure to take the advice that they have to offer. That was Xander's Soapbox for this week. If you'd like to come and get on your soapbox, email your videos to me via xandergibb.com/contact. That's xandergibb.com/contact. Yes, Claude, they can. If you never looked at my website, you can actually attach a file to any message you send me. So keep it clean out there, people. And now it's time for London Calling. On this week's London Calling, Jeff Christians and Susie Camillione to interview celebrity photographer Esther Segarra. Let's check it out.
Hello America, London Calling. Boys, no more photographs, please, enough already. Oh, it's so embarrassing. It's all too random to me. I prefer something a bit more planned. I could bring another jacket, shall I? What? No? Oh, drop the attitude. We send Susie Chameleon to speak to a photographer who does things perfectly. A little bit more planned than this.
So today I'm here with the amazing photographer and visual artist Esther Segarra. Hello.
Hello. Thank you very much for having me.
You're more than welcome. Thank you for being here. So let's start at the beginning. I mean, when did you discover that you had a creative flair for photography, and what inspired your interest in photography?
When I was 6 years old, I saw this book of pictures, and there was this beautiful picture of a sunset, and I was like, wow, I want to take a picture like that. I like to do that. When I was about 16, I had at school we could do like extra courses apart from maths and history.
So you were more creative, driven courses.
Yeah, and one of the options was photography.
Oh.
So I was like, I really want to do that. And my parents were completely against it. They wanted me to do computers, and I was like, no, I don't want to do computers. I want to do photography. And they were like, but you don't have a camera. So I said, well, this is true. My friend has a camera, so I can use her camera.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Exactly. So I started the course and started doing photography, and that was the first time that I really cared about what I was doing. It wasn't about passing exams or just getting a mark, or I didn't care about that.
So you'd gone to a good job, and
no, it was like I was really passionate about creating the pictures and telling stories, and and it was that was like, I really want to do that. And I don't know if I have a flair. I mean, I just had a passion for it, and it was up, it's up to other people to decide whether I was good or not.
It's a very humble answer. I'm sure people will agree that you definitely have.
Well, at least I got enough people to be believing in me to allow me to do this for a living, which that's just very, very good.
That's a good way of looking at it, I think. You must even have fans in some of your subjects who are typically bands in the alternative metal scene. So, to name a few, you've worked with the likes of Mayhem, Orange Goblin, Bloodbath, one of my favourites, and Electric Wizard, to name a few. What has it been like to work with such iconic bands? And is there anyone or any kind of project that you would love to work on in the future?
It's been great. I mean, professionally and personally. I mean, it's great to be able to have, to make pictures that are part of the process of promoting their work, and good work, and all the hard work that they put into an album.
Absolutely.
So, a few years ago, one of the first shoots that I did with Ghost was to put them in a church in London. And that was quite challenging. So, I'd love to do, projects like that. Things that, let's just say that could, not just for the controversy sake of it, but that generate some feelings in people,
Get people talking, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit the idea of the adversary,
Yeah.
Just trying to do things that they make people feel uncomfortable.
Sure.
And create some, that people go like, oh yeah, whatever. Oh wow, I can't believe you did that. That's sort of, that's kind of honest and well, even though of course they wear makeup and stuff, but the message is honest.
Of course. Yeah. You have plans to release a book. Can you tell us more about this?
Well, it's in very early stages at the moment, but that's something that I like to do. Not so much as a biography, but a collection of pictures that have some sort of unity. I have had offers for publishing it. I had people requesting to, want to see a book.
Wow.
I've had people offering like, oh, if you ever make a book, I'd like to.
So there's plenty of interest
and stuff
there.
like that. So I'm thinking, I think it'd be nice to, to get a book together. I'm hoping to sort of by mid next year to start working on it.
Okay.
But I mean, I know myself, and I am a perfectionist, and I do things. I don't just put a few pictures together. It will have to be a whole
Concept,
and probably something around this.
Okay, yeah.
Somehow, I mean, that's quite common thing in metal anyway. But it's like, oh, really that?
Surprise.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
No,
but
there's lots of opportunity for some beautiful imagery.
Yeah.
With that theme.
But I mean, I am quite obsessed with death, in a sense that it's a good reminder of how you should live your life.
Absolutely.
And it's something that a lot of people are afraid of. Because speaking of death, last January I did this exhibition together with another artist, Polish artist, Bielak, who did for art together, in artwork for albums and bands and stuff like that.
Collaborating.
Yeah, and it was in a crypt, so there's a resting place of 500 people. And it was a very immersive kind of exhibition. There was music, there was sound, there was people were actually scared.
Wow.
And that was a way of kind of bringing back, because to me, photography is trying to represent in 2D a whole world of image, sound into a 2D representation. So with that exhibition, I was trying to reverse the process, where I was trying to, from the pictures, create a whole world around the pictures that people will actually feel. It is a lot of hard work. I mean, I know there is a lot of people that would love to be in my position, but I will challenge them to survive, in my shoes for a month.
Back to you, Jeff.
That's it for this week. Back to you in the studio zone.
That was London Calling with Jeff Christian, Susie Chameleon, and celebrity snapper Esther Segura. London Calling is produced in association with Mr. Binks Media. Wait to meet that Mr. Binks one of these days. And now it's time for Hit of the Week. This week's Hit of the Week is by the New York band Underpup. The song is called February, so let's check it out here.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was Underpup. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/underpup and underpupny.com. And now it's time for It's Your Letters. It's your letters, it's your letters, it's your letters, it's your letters. First Cab off the rank is Martin Gray from Grimsby, United Kingdom, who asked, what if instead of spending billions of dollars/pounds on bombing nations that we feel the need to interfere with, we had used all that money to build them hospitals, schools, and housing and infrastructure. The world might be a safer place for everyone to enjoy. Well, Martin, I couldn't agree with you more. It seems that mankind doesn't always consider all of the options before bumbling in with the big guns and leaving the trail of innocence sacrificed for the sake of shows of strength and power. So the next question is from Esther from Canterbury, who wants to know is, I believe in God. Indeed I do, Esther. I believe in one God, the Father, the Almighty, maker of heaven and earth. Thanks for your question, Esther. Peter Fallon from New York wants to know if I think eating organic and gluten-free products is just a fad. Definitely not, Peter. I'm convinced that healthy eating has eased my way into a healthier lifestyle. It's made my arthritis better, my IBS has improved, and my health in general. Now that the cost has started to come down and local stores are stocking more items and farm shares, it's made healthy eating so much more easier. Thanks for your question, Peter. Are you any relation to Jimmy? Okay, Gary from Cincinnati wants to know if I am a football fan. Now, I support certain teams in order to be patriotic to my locality, but in all honesty, no. I'm not a sports fan at all, Gary. I'm glad to know you're getting to see my show in Cincinnati. Let us know if you watch it on the website or you're getting it locally. So if they don't air my show in your locality and you watch it on the website, contact your local cable provider and tell them to start showing Xandermonium. Oh yes, indeed. So that was this week's letters, and as usual, you can send your questions and comments to me at xandergibb.com/contacts. That's xandergibb.com. Wrong teething today. xandergibb.com/contact. Another episode bites the dust and we are out of time. Claude is flapping and doing all this business. We will be back the same time, the same place next week. Don't forget to join my mailing list at xandergibb.com and follow us on social media. Thanks to Jeff Christian and Jason Prince and superstar DJ Wayne G. Thanks to Claude and everyone that worked on today's show. Thanks to you for watching, and stay cool. Or should I say, stay warm. It's getting a little chilly out there, and we will see you next time on Xandermonium. I love you all. Bye-bye.
jealousy.